Hey guys, today we're just going to talk about Switch 2. We're primarily a handheld channel, so Switch 2 fits perfectly into that, and how it relates to Steam Deck and other handhelds, and just my thoughts really. So let's crack into it. So I've pre-ordered my Switch 2. I'm sure some of you guys out there have also pre-ordered yours. I see there's the internet's a fluster with discontent with the pricing and everything else. Maybe I'm just getting old, but I feel like the internet is getting way, like, the gaming community is way too immature. The way they bluster, oh my god, the price is ridiculous. Oh, Nintendo's done it now. It's just, I don't know whether it's like for money, for clicks, like these headlines, but when I see a headline like that, I actually don't click on it. Um, it's weird. Like, yeah, the pricing's high. I get it. People will vote with their wallets, like, or be a bit more civil about it. Like, drop the price. Nintendo's lost the plot. I'm just like, this is too much, and I'm not interested in that conversation. Like, in New Zealand, they're like $800, $850. I've pre-ordered mine. I'm just gonna get the standard one without Mario Kart, and I'm actually an idiot, and I'm gonna pay extra and get a version, the in-box version with the actual cart, because it is this. So it looks like most first-party Nintendo games are going to be on the cart, and then third parties will probably take the cheaper option. But then you've got guys like CD Projekt Red, which are going to fit Cyberpunk on a cart. So you just play that by ear. So I would say for someone like me who's just going to have a Switch 2 for primarily first party Nintendo, all their games will be on cart. So I'm not too fussed, but yeah. So I'm gonna pre-order. I've pre-ordered my Switch. I haven't pre-ordered anything else, but I'll probably get Donkey Kong, Mario Kart, and I'm thinking of picking up the Pro controller. I'm not too sure. I've never bought a Pro controller before in my life from anyone, not from Sony, not from Xbox, not from Nintendo. So I'm half thinking about it. It kind of looks kind of nice to use. So, but if it's Bluetooth, maybe I will. I need to do some research into the OG one that's for Switch and see if that's actually compatible with other devices. Because if Nintendo locks down their controllers, then it may be a pass. But otherwise, I'd be kind of keen to get it. In terms of like everyone going on about it, the Switch 2 does look slightly more powerful than the Steam Deck, which was to be expected. I think it's, the Steam Deck at this point is 3 years removed, right, from the launch of the Switch 2. So you would hope that the Switch 2 had better internals in there. And it seems to be putting out some really solid looking fidelity. I'm really as you guys are, as well as me, as a handheld, like a portable gamer now. I think it's putting up some pretty good looking games, especially Metroid Prime. I mean, I'm kind of biased towards Metroid Prime now after playing remastered on this OLED Switch. Like, that game is doing incredible things, and I can't wait to get my hands on Metroid Prime 4. Like, that is the game I'm going to spend a ton of time with when it comes out. So that is on my to-do list. My idea is that my Steam Deck will still be my primary console. Like, all third-party games I'll buy on Steam to play on Steam Deck or on my PC. And then first party will be Nintendo Switch 2. There's sometimes you're like, oh, I wouldn't mind getting it on Steam, on the Switch 2, but I'm not going to triple dip on some games. Like, something like Cyberpunk I've bought on PS4 or PS5. I've bought on Steam. It's like, I can't buy it a third time on Switch 2. That would just be a little bit of a road too far. But no, I think I'll be playing a few games on the Switch for sure. The new Demon X Machina, that looks cool. I need to play the first one. That's actually on Steam. I need to look that up. But yeah, primarily like this year, like games wise, Steam Deck's still going to be my main port of call. We've got some big hitters coming up, especially something like Expedition 33 after Atomfall. Yeah, Expedition's my next game. And I see they just dropped a demo for Persona 3, which is bizarre. I think Persona 3 is already on Switch, right? So that's going to be the way it is. But going back to more Switch thoughts, without being crazy like the rest of the internet about these pricings. The upgrade stuff is interesting. I'm not sure why everyone's in an uproar. Like the $10 upgrade ticket for Zelda games sounds about right. But I'm going to be an idiot. That's because that's who I am. And I'm probably going to rebuy them. I'm assuming when I look on EB Games in New Zealand, you can pre-order them, like both Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. So I'm assuming they have. I'm hoping I will wait and closer to launch, but I'm assuming the Switch 2 Enhanced Editions on the cart is the whole game plus the upgrade. Like, I hope it's not just like Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom on a Switch 2 cart and then you still have to use like a download code to get the upgrade. Like, that would make no sense. So hopefully they're gonna do that the right way. Again, I'm not 100% sure on that one, but I'm hoping that is how that's going to go down. I do think they should have a pack that Nintendo thing, that like Nintendo Astrobot thing, like tutorial of the Switch 2 should be a pack, and I'm not sure what they're thinking making that. So that's $9.99 US. So it's gonna be like over $20 in New Zealand. Like, no one's paying $20 for a instruction manual. Like, that makes like 0 sense to me. So I'll put a question mark by that. But like, Nintendo is doing some things that I'm kind of liking. So one thing I was thinking is I've been having a subscription to GeForce Now. I've been paying for that for months and I've not used it at all this year. So I'm thinking of just cancelling my GeForce Now service and getting Nintendo Online plus expansions, because while we emulate, I know I definitely emulate on my Steam Deck, like being able, like that extra layer of having to get the ROMs and stuff, like just being able to use it straight through your Switch 2 will be, like, for the GameCube stuff, will be awesome. So I'm probably gonna pick that up, and I do realize that you get the free upgrade for Tears of the Kingdom and that through that expansion pass as well. But I would like to have those on cart, because I actually don't own Breath of the Wild physically. I only have it digitally, while Tears I have a physical copy, but I'll trade that in, I think, for a Switch 2 version. If that's how I'm expecting it to work. I could be really off about that, but let me know in the comments what you guys are going to do, if you're going to do what I'm doing, or if I'm an actually idiot. Like, call me out, but that's just how I roll. But yeah, like, the Steam Deck is still going strong. Like, Atomfall is so far like my game of the year at the moment. I have a feeling Metroid Prime's going to probably just nip it at the bud when it comes out. This year's an interesting year for games. I think Switch 2 is going to get quite a lot of games. I assume something like Atomfall will actually come to Switch 2. Like, it makes sense, because I'm pretty sure Rebellion has put the Sniper Elite games on the Switch. So Atomfall coming to Switch 2 makes perfect sense. And I'll be curious to see if they will launch it maybe with the DLC when that comes out. I'd be curious to see if that's how that rolls. On top of that, I think the Switch 2's dock is really interesting, having the fan on it, and that does make me wonder, I'm assuming the Switch has been docked, is getting an extra TP, like extra performance. Well, it clearly is, because it's upscaling to 4K and things in that case. So I'm wondering if Valve going into round 2 with the Steam Deck may consider doing that, because all the other handheld consoles are also doing that. While, plugged in, they get the extra wattage. So I think it's just the Steam Deck that doesn't do that, which in some ways is good, right? Like, it makes it less work, but you're losing that extra performance. But I do think my eyes are bigger than my belly in terms of handhelds. Like, I really want to get my hands on the Claw 8 AI. Like, that's really singing to me, like the handheld I need. Like, it's funny because there's the Legion Go 2 that's nebulous and is on its way this year, sort of like Switch 2. But at least with Switch 2, it's out in a couple of months. I can pre-order it and it's on its way. The Levino Legion Go 2 probably won't come to New Zealand. It'll be a real pain in the butt to get a hold of. Where the Claw 8 is available from PB Tech, I can just order one through them and get it, in a few weeks or months or however long it takes. So I am leaning towards getting that as well. But, I work a normal job, so not going to happen. But I can just dream of getting it at some point. But yeah, so I think the Switch 2 talk out in the wild on the internet has been far too crazy for my liking, and it's really disappointing. So I wish the gaming community would just grow up a little bit. I know that sounds weird to say. I feel like I'm like you hooligans, but I don't know. Like, everyone's just like, I guess you can be passionate, but it just seems like overkill the way everyone is acting. Like, if you don't like it, don't buy it. It's pretty straightforward. It's like, Nintendo will work it out pretty quickly if no one's buying it. Like, oh, we better fix this. It was like when the 3DS came out and no one bought it. It's like they realized that they had a problem, and so they fixed it, and then everyone bought 3DSs. So I just feel like this will sort itself out. It's itself out like they always do. It's like Sony with the PS3, same thing. They thought they could get away with it. They didn't. They fixed it. And then by the end of the generation, the PS3 had outsold the 360. So it just goes around in circles. But people, like, internet culture is really annoying me. So I wish Nintendo actually all the best, because I think Mario Kart looks freaking awesome, to be honest with you. Like, I've not even played Mario Kart 8 a lot. I've maybe played like 3 races, but I'm looking forward to World. Like, I would 100% be picking that up. So, it just goes like that. Hey, sometimes, and Donkey Kong instantly jumped to the top of my list. Like, I'm probably more interested in Donkey Kong than Mario Kart. Like, Donkey Kong looks freaking awesome. It gives me like old school Red Faction vibes, like destruction, and it's just like just fun, play for fun, So I've definitely got that in my sights. So I'll be getting those 2 games day one. I'm pretty sure they're both launch titles. And most of the third-party stuff I won't worry about. I'll just get that on Steam and carry on my merry way, and people can complain about the prices all day long. That's up to them. But I've waffled on long enough talking about internet culture and Nintendo, so I'm going to leave it there, and you guys let me know if you guys are thinking about picking up a Switch 2, or if it's overpriced for you. Like, I understand, like, we all have bills to pay, so I'm not going to get, like, it's a hobby at the end of the day. You don't need it. If you got a Steam Deck, technically, there's thousands and thousands of games to play. Like, you don't need a Switch 2, but, we're into this hobby, right, of playing the latest and greatest, and sometimes, you get priced out of it. So I'll be curious to see how things turn out in the future. But without further ado, have a great day, and we'll see you in the next video. I promise there will be some guide videos coming soon. All right, catch ya.